Let's go.
I just want to note that my dad left me. That's all.
All right. Since no one else is gonna speak up, I'm debating Forrest on Bruno from Part 5 versus Polnareff. It's obviously canon. Forrest, you can go ahead and start your premise.
You want to go first? All right. So basically, Polnareff is pretty much just gonna basically cut your dude.
Damn. I concede. No, I'm just kidding. I think. All right. I think Bruno has better speed scaling than Polnareff, and AP doesn't really matter because Bruno just kind of negs durability. He just turns Polnareff to a zipper, and he can't do anything about it, right? So, basically, I would say that Bruno has better feats against King Crimson than Polnareff does in Part 5 the second time they fight. I'm not referring to the first one because the first one's kind of a little weird to speculate. And, I just think Bruno's feats are way better than Polnareff's. And Polnareff's feats, honestly, aren't really, they don't really scale to a standard Polnareff, necessarily.
Okay. So, basically, you're trying to scale Bruno to Diavolo's speed, right?
Yeah, hold on. I'll get you the scans right now.
All right.
Basically, when he gets donutted, he's fast enough to not only zip up his hand, but also actually tag him. Not to mention there's another instance where he actually is able to outsmart Diavolo and tag him, and he's forced to use his King Crimson ability.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we know that Diavolo tried using this ability on, on Polnareff, right?
Yeah.
And we know that Polnareff had actually prepped for this. Like, he basically, learned from his first fight and basically predicted where Diavolo was going to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he so he didn't really, hit him with his raw speed, I would say. Did a Polnareff, predicting where he's going rather than using his raw speed to try and get him. And we know that, here, let me get the scan, actually, real quick. We know that Diavolo still reacted to Polnareff predicting, regardless, because we know that he said, oh, if I didn't move out the way or if I kept going ahead, I would have, gotten more damaged, right? He didn't even say he died. He would have just been more hurt, I guess, right? You could say he would have been in critical, condition, but that's, doesn't really matter because Polnareff didn't hit him and Diavolo reacted to him. And keep in mind that Polnareff actually said that this was really just luck-based. He said this to Giorno. I can get that scanned as well. I don't know why my computer is being retarded right now, so just give me a second.
Take your time.
Yeah, so I just set on my yeah, here, I'll send you the feats. Here, I'll send you the entire thread I made yesterday.
Sure.
And you can just go on. Okay. So those are times where Bruno's tagging him and stuff. Not to mention, you can argue, right? Because what's it called? Diavolo is trying to conceal his identity. So he didn't really blitz Bruno at all, just in case if you are gonna say that. That isn't really the case. He just off guards him and then what's it called? Able to react and tag him. So this is also a actually really good durability feat as well because he not only is able to fight him throughout this and he does die later. However, he doesn't die instantly like how you would say Polnareff did, because he his body necessarily got nagged while Bruno was able to keep on fighting. So you can say he has not only better endurance but better durability. Long, shut the fuck up. I saw what you put in key issues. I did not concede. I was kidding.
Is that everything? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about it. So
right.
Basically, Polnareff's feet. Polnareff wouldn't necessarily even scale to Diablo in speed, and if he did, he wouldn't even scale as good as Bruno does. So.
All right. So basically, because you said that like Bruno, you said that he didn't get blitzed by Diavolo, right?
Nope.
And that I have to disagree because
Okay. Why?
basically in that fight, when he tried to punch him when he summoned Superman, he started throwing out digs and punches, and then he was just like, "Wait, what the hell? I see myself." And obviously, what's his name? Diavolo wasn't there anymore, and Diavolo basically was behind him, and then monologued and said, "Oh, what?"
Because
you
he's
see
hiding
is
in the
future."
shadows. He's not only using his ability, the place that they're in, it's not like it's like a dark ass area.
Yeah,
That was the
but,
whole point. That was the whole point of the scene, to basically like make it all dark and mysterious, and we can only see like the stand and like the eyes of Diavolo.
but Bruno knew where he was.
No, he didn't.
He
He was right behind him, where he was literally backing up, and then Diavolo then punches him behind him. I don't think that's necessarily a speed feat, because Bruno's not even trying to fight him; he's moving back. Because he's not even trying to fight Diavolo. His whole point is trying to protect Trish, so he's not really trying to get into a scrap right now. So
no, I mean like,
that's not a feat for Diavolo. And then we also know that Bruno does what's it called? Like Bruno's speed feat against Diavolo, like when he uses Epitaph or the King Crimson ability, it's an objectively better feat because he's like doing something similar to Polnareff, right? Like he's like predicting. However, the difference is that Polnareff is predicting some King Crimson who just got done using his ability, and Diavolo still managed to react to him, while Diavolo was using his normal speed. And then Bruno was literally as his punch was like hitting him in motion, Diavolo used it as an escape. So he actually like did more. Like he actually tagged him faster than Polnareff would. And since Stinky, do you agree? I said Stinky. I meant Sticky Fingers. Do you agree that Bruno AP is not really a thing here? Like if whenever it comes down to the speed point, for AP it wouldn't necessarily like matter for Bruno, at least because of his ability.
Sorry, I just want to stop you for a sec. I think you're kind of jumping to like too many things at once. I'm trying to. Yeah, you're kind of shotgunning. No offense. So I'm trying to like.
We can go one by one. Go ahead.
Okay. So, because I wasn't done with like explaining the situation, because why I think that Bruno doesn't scale to Diavolo's speed is because Bruno had to basically, like I said before, like getting speed blitz and stuff, because he couldn't tag Diavolo, and like he couldn't tag him like when he started trying to go for the offensive. And you even seen when Giovanni Vano gave him a phone call, and Giovanni was like was telling this dude, Bruno was telling Bruno like, hey, like
talking about.
Hello?
Yeah, what scan are you talking about when Diavolo punches him and through the chest?
No, not that part yet.
Then what part of the fight are you referring to?
Okay. You went over too many points, so I'm kind of confused a bit. So I'm trying to like.
All right, well, let's just go back a little bit, because I already like, this is me restating, or this is us going back to the point that I already stated. We'll just focus on that then. Like what I already. Wait, did you not just? Do you want me to repeat my point?
All right, hang on. Give me a sec.
Okay, so I don't know what scene you're. Okay, basically what we're on about is that you're saying that Bruno like he got blitzed by Diavolo apparently, but I don't know what scene you're referring to. I thought you were referring to the scene where he got punched.
Hang on, let me.
That's why I brought up endurance, because it's in the same scene.
I think it will help if I bring up the video in the scan section. Give me a sec.
I mean, I'm using manga panels. I'm not necessarily talking about the anime. Because the anime has differences, so I don't want to.
Wait, why can't I use it?
No, I'm saying, can you get the manga version? if you can, because like sometimes because the anime sometimes changes things for JoJo's. I don't know if they changed for Diavolo versus Bruno.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, but what parts were changed in that fight though?
I don't know. That's why I'm like saying it. I don't know. Like I'm asking if you can get the manga. I'm not like
I don't think I can.
okay.
I don't have it on my phone or anything.
Okay, then what scene are you talking about?
All right, so let me go and find the timestamp.
You could just talk about it because I know like the fight.
Yeah, give me a sec.
All right.
Okay, so 1 minute and 31 when Bruno was hiding behind the pillar and King Crimson knew he was hiding behind the pillar. That's when like Diavolo basically says, you know, there's no point in you hiding behind there. You might as well show yourself. So because of that, Bruno was like, oh fuck it, I might as well just go on the offense. And that's when he yelled sticky finger and tried to punch him. And Diavolo reacted and grabbed his arm. And then that's when like he went on the offense, and then obviously that's when he started like pretty much dodging and hiding, as you mentioned, like hiding behind the pillars and the shadows, so he couldn't tag him. And the only reason,
wait, he didn't even. It was a shadow that he was. Oh my god! It's not. This is not a speed feat because he's just like moving around in the shadows. It's not like he's not. It's literally a shadow. He literally says it. Bruno's like, oh, it's a shadow. Here, I'll get that right now. That's not even. Yeah, hold on. I'll get you that right now. It's very weird to say. Here.
Oh, you posted it?
Yeah, and then when Bruno was like punching, and then he just like it was just a shadow. Like it was not even. He wasn't hitting anything. So this isn't a speed feat.
Do you mean he wasn't hitting anything? Hang on, let me look at that scene again. In fact, it would help if I post it as well. Give me a sec, like the pictures.
Hello? I couldn't hear.
Hello?
Yeah, it would be more consistent to go with this, right? Because we know that King Crimson he literally used Time Erasure to try and tag Bucciarati, and Bucciarati was able to get up with Trish with a hole in his chest before King Crimson could tag him.
Yeah, but the issue is, look, Bruno needed multi-step in order to deal with the time erasure. He needed to come up with a multi-step plan.
He needed to, no, because his whole plan was just to try and save Trish. Not to mention he's doing the same thing that Polnareff's doing, and Polnareff only got lucky with it. I can send that as well.
No, but
I already sent that.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, so in that fight with him and Diavolo, he was going for the offense because he tried to take him out, but because of the time erasure.
Shadow. Yeah, and that's the same thing that Polnareff was dealing with, but Bruno was doing still better. He performed better.
The reason why he was doing better purely okay. The reason why he was doing better in that fight was because of what's his name? Diavolo's arrogance. He was more arrogant in that fight.
Yeah, he was arrogant against Polnareff as well.
Yeah, but hang on. He was more arrogant with Bruno than he was with Polnareff.
No, he wouldn't be.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wouldn't be, because we even know that Diavolo was downplaying Polnareff. Like, after we saw him in a wheelchair and Diavolo was mocking him, and Polnareff was like, no, you can't, like, get up. Like, Diavolo's like, yeah, you're always below me. And he even said, like, oh, yeah, I bet your fighting spirit is weakened and all that stuff. So he thinks that Polnareff is weaker. He literally thinks that he's weaker, and he still manages to dodge it. And this is Polnareff predicting this Diavolo. I
haven't even finished what I'm saying.
All right, but no, you just made a claim, and I just addressed that. So we can go on.
I was.
Go ahead, finish what you're saying then, because you kept pausing. Why? Then finish.
I wasn't. You interrupted me.
No because offense. You made a new point.
I didn't finish it.
Okay, then stop pausing. Go. Hello? He's muted.
Okay, so basically, the only reason why he was able to do well against Diavolo was because, as I mentioned, with the arrogance point, and because in Diavolo's fight with Polnareff the first time, he completely butchered this dude and his arms and legs, and digged him in his eye, so he was blind and left for dead. He didn't do this. He didn't that ass whooping he gave to Polnareff was nothing compared to what he gave to Bruno. And plus, Bruno had, because of how because Diavolo is taking his sweet time.
Wait, hold on. Because you just let me address that Polnareff thing. All we see is Polnareff on the rock, like barely alive. We don't even know how he survived. So we necessarily can't like use that as like a feat, right? And we know that Polnareff was like, he tried to go. I'm not saying that. Okay, then why are you talking about it?
I'm talking about because I'm trying to prove to you that basically the context of the fight and the difference of how okay,
but Polnareff
of how Diavolo
Polnareff in part 5 would still be like, he would be like as strong as his part, like as the person that fought Diavolo, or as the Polnareff that fought Diavolo, right? So this is really like very irrelevant to me, to be honest. I don't think this point really matters, because you're bringing up the first fight, even though we know that Diavolo states that Polnareff is doing better in the second fight. And
and
that's the Polnareff I'm referring to. So why are you bringing up a past Polnareff? Doesn't make any sense.
No, I was saying that as basically what the reasons why I brought that up was to basically prove how Diavolo was basically performing compared to both of those. Basically, the difference on how he was performing in his fights.
All right.
That's what I was saying.
But the problem with that is, as well, is that Diavolo was like, he was. You could also say that he was arrogant as well against Polnareff in part 3, right? Are you saying? Are you not disagreeing with that?
No. I'm not disagreeing. All right, I'm not disagreeing that. I agree with you. He's arrogant practically with everyone. I'm just saying the level of arrogance is different.
Even downplayed Polnareff. Not to mention, this arrogance wouldn't be with Diavolo anymore. Rather, he wouldn't be. His arrogant. Wait, hold on, stop. His arrogance wouldn't be with him by the time Bruno is having Trish, like, literally in his arms, because that's his daughter, and Diavolo's not having that. He was not trying to be arrogant at that point. That's literally in character for Diavolo. So this speed point, or him being able to like escape before like King Crimson attacks him, right? Because did him predicting would still be a better feat than when Polnareff was doing it to a downplaying Diavolo.
Yeah, but he needed multi-step though to get around.
So did Polnareff. Polnareff needed to fight. Polnareff literally needed to almost die to try and hard counter him, and he still didn't even do it. And Bruno did objectively better because of the two. We also have the feats that Bruno does against Diavolo, which you haven't like. I guess, are you saying that the shadow thing, or like him like quote unquote blitzing him even though it's a shadow, what's it called, is your point? Or is that the counter to it? And then him being weaker against Bruno than in Polnareff? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Well, the reason why I was saying that was because obviously, like Bruno couldn't tag Diavolo, and he got negged like twice by his time erasure.
Huh?
Did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said Bruno got negged twice by the time erasure, and Bruno was trying to tag him when he was obviously trying to go in for
That's
the
the same
offense.
thing for Polnareff, but Polnareff got. But the problem is that Polnareff only got one of these attacks off because not only did he also have like a multi-step plan, he also, by the way, this was only a luck-based thing, so it doesn't even scale to Polnareff. Polnareff said he can only get it off once if he was lucky. I already sent that as well.
No, he did a better job than Bruno.
But you saying that
because
like
it was fatal. Well, not fatal, but like it was like a serious injury if he actually touched him. And another thing,
Diavolo reacted to Polnareff multi-stepping against him and prepping against him, and even then, it was still luck-based to Polnareff.
Yeah, but if we go off the logic
it was luck-based based off him hitting him. It's a speed thing.
If we go off the logic of all right, let me ask you this: do you agree that would you say that Diavolo is faster than Polnareff?
Yes.
Okay, if we go off that, then why was Polnareff fast enough to get the stand arrow off and get Silver Chariot to chuck?
Because Diavolo was literally because Diavolo not only was arrogant, like he was arrogant against Polnareff. He was literally like, "Oh, you're done, Polnareff." He's like all this shit he was talking because that's what Diavolo does in character. He always does that. However, he didn't do it against Bruno at the end of his fight, where he literally had his daughter, which in character Diavolo would not be still arrogant against him, and basically he still got away. And even then even then as well, you know that Polnareff what's it called? He got reacted to by him, right? And it was still like this doesn't even scale to Polnareff based off it being luck based. And we know that Bruno was able to almost get 2 attacks off, but he had to use Epitaph, and we know that he can do it while literally being damaged. So it's not even fair.
Right. But anyway, the thing I was saying about because you said that Diavolo was arrogant with Polnareff when he got the stand arrow off, right?
He would be.
But he wasn't, because he went to strike him and kill him, and then he got it off.
Wait, it wasn't even Polnareff. It wasn't even Polnareff. It was Silver Chariot, was it not?
Well, that's a part of him.
No, but Polnareff didn't even cast the action. It was Silver Chariot on its own, was it not? Because Polnareff was already downed on, and not to mention
they're still connected.
Also, wait. You know, Diavolo can be arrogant and strike someone, right? He's done that to Bruno before the final fight. He's literally striked him. Like, he's like moving in the shadows and stuff, off guarded him, and Bruno still like reacted to this arrogant Diavolo.
Yeah, he reacted because he was basically closer to him, and because Diavolo was standing still.
Yeah, but he got donutted. That's the problem. He got donutted, and he was still able to recover faster than Polnareff did.
Wait, donut? What did you mean by that?
Like a hole in the chest. Remember when Diavolo punched him?
Oh wait, when he got impaled.
Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he got the zipper off because he was in close proximity. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to tag him, like how he tried to do it on those 2 occasions when he.
That's the same thing with Polnareff. But the problem is Polnareff didn't even Polnareff barely got his attack off, and it was luck based.
Yeah, but okay, but
hold on, because you keep on going around this point. I want you to stick on this Polnareff arrogance point, right? Because, and by the way, this is stated by not Polnareff in the middle of the fight, right? This is after the King Crimson or Diavolo or especially like a full powered one is necessarily inconsistent, or it's whatever, not necessarily, but it's inconsistent. Reason why is because Polnareff as a turtle after this event literally said like everything that's contradicting it, because he was like, "Oh, I could barely get 1 attack off." And the only reason why was because like it was luck based, and he was like prepping against him. Not to mention,
because it's time ratio. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Yeah, wouldn't like Diavolo also be at like a distance, and then Polnareff like has enough time to stab himself with the arrow? It would be like similar.
No.
Yeah, would it not?
hang on, because Diavolo said you're in my range. I can
Oh,
get you
for
that if
him
you
like
want.
punching.
Well, to neg him because he was in the wheelchair.
Well, no, because we know that King Crimson's range is 2 meters, so he would be within 2 meters. So you
Yeah,
could,
then-
I'm gonna say this. Wait, hold on, wait. You could make the argument that he did like do it quickly, and this would like he had what's it called, due to the distance, right? And if you do want to say, oh, it's because he said in my range, then regardless, this feat is inconsistent because of what Turtle Polnareff says.
No, because the reasons because like the reasons why is because he couldn't deal with it purely because of the time hack. If Diavolo
No,
didn't have
but
the time hack, he would have got shish kebab.
okay, but you could have said this. You could say the same thing about Bruno, and not to mention Polnareff said that he can only get this attack off once, and Bruno was able to almost tag Diavolo multiple times. Not to mention reacted to him when he's not being arrogant.
Yeah, if we say that for Bruno, then they're both then it's not going to be a blitz then.
No,
He's
it
not
is
gonna
because
exhaust
he's no, because Polnareff's feet is. Oh my god. Okay, we could what's it called? All right, I'm a. We keep on going in the same point. Karai. I'm not. Karai, are you still? Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm taking my notes.
Okay. You understand what's going on, right? Do you
Yes,
agree
I-
that this is going in a circle?
Yeah,
Because
if you guys want to move on to the
we
next
had this for
point.
3 minutes. All right, Forrest, I'm gonna. All right, and ask the question again.
Which question?
No. You said it wouldn't be a blitz, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's going to be a blitz?
Let me drink this water real quick.
Yeah, sure.
God damn. All right. Basically, it would be a blitz due to the fact that Polnareff, him reacting to Diavolo like with the with his sword, right? That was the moment that what Polnareff was like referring to. He can only do this like once because of like based off luck, and then we know that what's it called? Like it's after this event, right? So this arrow thing, it would be more inconsistent with to say that like maybe Polnareff had enough time to stab himself, but or due to the distance. But if you don't want to say that, then would be the most consistent because Polnareff did like after like literally after he swung that last attack. I already sent the scan of him like like tagging Diavolo. With Polnareff, like Polnareff, literally after that one strike, he started pacing himself. He was literally sweating and he was shaking. And then Diavolo was like, if I would have went in further, like if I didn't dodge, what's it called? I would have like gone hit. So predicting Polnareff literally has this feat that he has against Diavolo doesn't even like scale to him because he had to predict him.
All right, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
The context behind why he said it was luck is purely because of the time erasure hack.
Okay, but Bruno dealt with the same thing, but he did it multiple times. That's why it doesn't matter if it being a time hack. Like it's because they're both fighting the same character. Force.
Yeah, I feel you. But like
so the feats that they're then it would come down to them what kind of feats they're pulling off against this character. And I was already saying that Bruno has objectively better feats. So after what you said, you can finish what you're saying. If I have to respond, then I will. And then after that, we can go on with the conclusion so we don't have to go in a circle.
Yeah, that's cool. But like with Bruno, like with his multi-step shit, he wasn't trying. He was trying to outsmart Diavolo. He wasn't trying to obviously kill him at the final, like like when he was about to like strike him for the third time. Mm-hmm. He was trying to get the zipper off so he could zip up and basically confuse him.
He wasn't trying to fight him. He wasn't trying to specifically outsmart him. He was specifically trying to get out of the way of the attack. Like he wanted to escape with the zipper. And Bruno had enough time with that. So, that's what I have to say to that.
All right. Well, he had enough time because of the multi-step.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Polnareff had also a multi-step point, and then also failed. And then, not to mention, Bruno did almost tag him twice. He literally pulled off more feats against Diavolo than Polnareff. But
though both, sorry, they're both gonna die anyway.
I mean, it doesn't matter because Bruno would have lasted longer as well, or Bruno did last longer.
But that was because of sheer willpower, and he was running on fumes.
This would be better endurance and Dura than Polnareff.
All right.
Also,
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah. What else? What else do you have to say?
all right. Since you say it's luck, that's another win con I was gonna put up as well.
Yeah, he was gonna try and luck him out or like hit him.
Yeah, luck him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would argue that the feats that I was providing for Bruno, like without the arrogance and stuff like that, and not to mention him like tagging him, he should at least already be like in Polnareff's tier speed. So if anything, he's just gonna get slightly damaged, if not damaged, not at all. Similar to what Diavolo did, since they all should be in the same like speed tier, right? So
Slow down just a sec.
that's basically what I have to say to that. What? Because this correlates literally with everything else I was saying. What?
So you're saying, sorry, because obviously I'm not trying to straw man you or anything. So because I'm trying to keep up with you. So you're saying that if Polnareff like got a stab in, like it wouldn't do much. You're saying?
No, I'm not.
Like,
I'm saying, I'm saying that based off speed. I'm not saying it based off durability. I mean, in durability, it would damage him, but I don't think it would instantly kill him, right? Because they both should have like they should both be in the same like class of durability. And I already said that in terms of endurance and willpower, Bruno's definitely stronger, so he would be able to carry on.
Yeah, but and another thing I want to counter argue, because do you agree that Polnareff is like a skilled swordsman?
What?
And he's got like really good like precision and accuracy.
What, Polnareff? Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, due to Bruno being like in the same speed tiers like Diavolo and like in Polnareff as well, he would be able to at least react to this attack. And it's not gonna be nearly as easy as well, due to the fact that Bruno can like transport from one place to another with sticky fingers, and not to mention Polnareff did this again. The speed feat. Oh my god, the speed feat is so like stupid because like in my opinion, because Polnareff is like only doing this specifically to Diavolo and him like because he knows where he is going, and with someone like Bruno, he's not gonna know about that. So I just personally think that this luck thing won't work for Polnareff, and it's gonna be like it's just not gonna work out for him. But yeah, is there anything else you would like to say? I apologize for me going fast.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, what did you say?
I said that I apologize for me going fast, but is there anything else you would like to say?
No worries. Yeah, sure. Make sure I'm posting in the right bloody section.
You said what?
So like, all right. God damn it. Let me just drop some scans so guys know what I'm talking about, so they can
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Give me a sec, bro.
Yeah, and then we'll just reiterate everything in the conclusion. You're good, big dog. By the way, I know exactly what everything you're talking about, so I'm not gonna rat on you.
No worries, bro.
Yeah,
let me
bro.
Just drop my stuff. So this was his fight with Vanilla Ice when Vanilla Ice said he even got lucky with like getting him. That's one like luck feat.
I would say though for Vanilla Ice, it's definitely because of the speed that Polnareff got after Abdul's death. I would say that because he did say that he was like after this death, my silver chariot's faster. So I would say you could say it's luck, but I would say
that was like a bloodlusted.
I think it was more so because of speed. What?
Oh, because like bloodlusted Polnareff in that situation.
Yeah, and not to mention he got he also got it's not because of that as well. He also got faster after Iggy's death because he was like instead of him like again like predicting where Cream is or like him getting the speed like being able to actually do this in the first place, it would probably be just luck and speed combined with this. But
luck and speed,
like by the end what's it called? Polnareff doesn't even need to do that. Remember when like Vanilla Ice was like in that berserk like Spurg mode? He tried to like off guard him and Polnareff like he blitzed the fuck out of him. Yeah, so I would say that his the deaths like make him faster, and this is consistent because Polnareff literally like got fucking negged by Vanilla Ice, and he still got faster.
Yeah, that's true. I want to drop one more thing too. Did I take a print screen of that shit? All right. I don't know if you want to steel man me this, but I think you know what I'm going to talk about. You know when Vanilla Ice like snuck under Polnareff's shoe,
Yeah.
and then he was able to and he reacted, but he got like a part of his foot like carved off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I know this is kind of like a weird point, but like I'm just gonna like. I mean, do you want to still man me that like because I don't have the scan on me.
Of what, Polnareff reacting to Vanilla?
Yeah, like he was. Hang on.
If he
I
reacted
think
to
I
him,
might
wouldn't
have
that
the
just
scan,
mean he's
but
more so in speed than luck? It would,
Yeah,
it would
yeah, but
be
he's
more
the-
speed than luck. I know.
sorry. Give me a sec.
Like, I'm not
Oh
saying
my
luck isn't there at all, but speed would be the major factor in that. Like 60-40%, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, but like even with like the speed, like he was still like Ella Ice was still fast enough to get like to still carve his foot off, even when Polnareff noticed and went to stab. And like the context of that was if Polnareff basically didn't notice that Vanilla Ice was sneaking under his foot, Polnareff pretty much would have just got BFR just carved into nothing. So like at the lot, so basically what I'm trying to correlate this to is like your little zipper, like hopping into dimensions and stuff. He'll probably notice that you doing that, and then he'll just like use Silver Chariot just to pick apart like Bruno.
Yeah, but Bruno can transport into like any of them like at once. So like if Polnareff tries to do that, he could just hop into another one, and obviously they would be scattered around, right? So Polnareff would also need time to like move over and stab those. Not to mention, I don't. Forrest, I think this point honestly is kind of retarded because, wow, someone put a bunch of like portals open, and Bruno's gonna come out of it anyway. So Polnareff's already gonna figure that out. It doesn't matter,
Which
but
wait, which point is retarded? Do you say?
the like, oh, he's gonna know that this is like a dimension thing, and Bruno's gonna hop out of it, and he's gonna try and destroy it. I think Polnareff would just do that anyway.
No, I'm not saying destroy the dimension.
And do what? And what are
I
you
didn't say
talking?
that.
What are you
I
talking?
said like if like Bruno tries to like pop out to like sneak attack and stuff, he's gonna notice, and then he's gonna basically be able to like.
Not if Bruno's hopping from one and like if he's confusing Polnareff and attacking him from the other. Not to mention he can do like it's multiple, so Polnareff would have to be very lucky for it. And the luck thing that you're applying to Vanilla Ice, it'd be speed would be a majority factor in that. Not to mention with Diavolo, it was specifically towards Diavolo and it wasn't really in general luck at all. So I don't think that would happen. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I'll just add this last one, and like I just say because of I'm gonna try and this is back to like the luck point. Like if all else fails, pretty much Polnareff will just do the whole thing, like fire his rapier out, and like try like tag like freaking like wait, where's this fight taking place? It's just like open field or whatever. Or, like,
Probably
inside,
like in a field.
cafe. Oh, okay, field. Yeah, it
I don't know how he's gonna bring out the fire move.
man.
I don't think that matters if Polnareff literally does that in one fight. He doesn't even do it anymore. So it's an outlier. Or it's not the character, I guess.
That's kind of yeah, not in character. I would say more. Do I have any more stuff? No, I don't. Do you want to go conclusions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My phone's at 60% and
All right. Do you want to go?
you can go first since you started.
All right, cool. So, in my conclusion, I think that I think that Polnareff would be able to match Bruno in speed. I provided evidence and gave context behind the fights of like Bruno and how Bruno basically he needed like multi-step plans in order to get around Diavolo instead of like speed per se. I also explained that the whole luck, like the context of the luck, was that mainly he was talking about getting a lucky hit in terms of like Diavolo because of Diavolo's time erasure hack being a problem. And I mentioned that if he didn't have the time erasure hack, Polnareff would basically skewer this dude. It was purely because of the time erasure hack that was causing Polnareff problems, and how Polnareff basically had to resort to like different, well, basically like that tactic where he had to like slit his finger to find out if time had skipped. Both situations are different but correlate because both Polnareff had to resort to multi-step and different ways to get around Diavolo, and ultimately they both died in their fight in the actual anime by Diavolo. What else? And I mentioned that. The next point I did mention about like precision and accuracy, and like I said, like how Polnareff does have like, he's was it? Tyler agreed that Polnareff swordsman, and I argued swordsmanship and being able to get like a vital and a lethal blow, because even Diavolo states himself that like the injury was like extremely like lethal, and basically Polnareff would just skewer him and just pretty much cut him to shreds. And then I also argued that like the luck would help him out. Even in his fight with Vanilla Ice, yes, granted, he was pretty much getting faster because of the rage amp, and his speed was getting faster. He still like was having difficulty with the with like Vanilla Ice's dark dimension ability, and he's still able to get like a stab in, and he was able to like stab him in his brain stem, which is like a very vital part of the human body. And that's just an example of how like precise and like crazy precision that Polnareff has. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my like conclusion.
Okay, so as for Bruno's like speed and durability scaling, I think I definitely won that. And AP didn't necessarily matter due to him like Bruno just like in character just turning people into zippers and stuff like that. I mentioned how Polnareff's luck thing with Vanilla Ice was in correlation with speed as well. So it's not just like majority luck, it's like also speed. Not to mention he even brought up like Polnareff reacting to Vanilla Ice, like when he's like sneaking up on him. So like regardless, it would like this would probably go more with it being speed. And as for like Polnareff being like precise and like being a swordsman, it doesn't necessarily matter because I don't think Bruno's necessarily going to get hit because he would scale to people like Diavolo, who was able to react to Polnareff. So this doesn't really matter. Not to mention Polnareff, like this luck thing was only specific to Diavolo, and really it wasn't even. You can't really argue that it's even a speed feat. Not nearly as much of a speed feat as Bruno literally like zipping up his hand and tagging him. Him literally like tagging Diavolo, and then him being forced to use time erasure mid attack, like while Bruno was like on contact with him. And then not to mention when Bruno was when Diavolo was enraged, and then Bruno predicted Diavolo and basically escaped the area. I think all of this stuff would just put him way higher than Polnareff, and with the turtle statement as well. Polnareff's feat against Diavolo isn't really even a feat, or if it is, it's not nearly as consistent or concrete, I guess you could say, as Bruno scaling. So I think Bruno, and not to mention, he tried to like use this luck thing, saying like, oh, he could try and tag Bruno, but Bruno could just confuse Polnareff as well. And then Polnareff doesn't really know where he's going to attack, so he just off guards him, and he can either just do that or just outright just weave his luck attack that he did on Diavolo, which is what was my opponent's win con. And I would just say that since Bruno would scale to Diavolo and have better scaling than Polnareff, like in itself, and this is the luck Polnareff, by the way, that he's like relying on, Bruno would just react to this, so the win con wouldn't really matter, and then Bruno just has a lot more ways to beat him. So yeah, I think I won.
All right, y'all ready for my judgment?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Don't worry, I won't go in too hard. Okay. So now, quick question, Jazz. Do you also want to debate? I mean, judge because you were
He's
also
on
here.
He's on the team.
Yeah, he's on the team. He's on the.
He's on our
yeah.
team too.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Me and Corn already clarified. Anyone from the tourney is not allowed to judge.
I forgot that.
You're good.
Okay. So now let me get my notes. So now for the first point, Forrest basically saying that he's gonna cut your dude. You countered by saying faster speed and negative durability, and then I'm basically just gonna give this basically a short and sweet judgment. But basically, I think Tyler won just mainly due because of him proving that his character is faster, and how you basically won't be able to tag him. And then also for even they said about the whole portal stuff, you also proved too that that even with you doing this, that Forrest's character still won't be able to react to it. Another thing is too, Forrest on your side, I felt like you could have been more aggressive in a point, basically told him, told Tyler, sit your ass down and let me speak in a type of sense, and you kind of because he's in this whole debate, he was taking control of everything. You couldn't say nothing, and the thing is, you were kind of letting him walk all over you in a type of sense. So, I'll say next time, be just be more aggressive. Another thing was the whole multi-step. Tyler countered that for for saying countered it. Let's see. Another thing you also was the whole luck base stuff. Tyler also argued that Diablo, whatever the guy's name is, Diablo, these nuts, whatever, was arrogant. You the whole arrogance thing. So I think he countered your point. And then also with the whole time hacks stuff, he also countered with the whole arrogant stuff, and he also grandstanded most of his points. So overall, I'll have to give this debate to Tyler with low to mid diff.
I'm taking the low. All right, let's go. Good GG, Force. We move on, boys. Woo!